Hey guys, it's me. So this is a completely unplanned, spontaneous video that is not scripted. The reason why I decided to kind of just sit down and do this video is because I was just on my laptop and this survey came up of researchers somewhere in Canada, like I guess university students doing a survey on cybercrime. And then I saw like the definition of a cybercrime and something really hit me. And I realized that in my life, I have been a victim. I don't even like using that word, but I'm just gonna do it for, video purposes of a few different cyber crimes in my life, especially when I was younger. I think and maybe you guys are the same way, but I have a tendency to like downplay what I've gone through in life or downplay things. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, other people have experienced it. Like, for example, growing up 9-10 years old, being exposed to things online, having a lot of older men message me, send me unsolicited pictures, all that stuff that I was exposed to from a young age. And I really did think that a lot of people went through that. But when I tell people or like bring it up casually on a live stream, people are like, they seem shocked and they seem rightfully disgusted, but like shocked, like they can't believe that can happen. But it does happen. And I think that a lot of people have unfortunately been victimized of a lot of different things that they downplay, or they don't realize that that's how it affects them to this day, that what they've gone through affects them till this day, whether or not they want to accept it or not. Because I know it's a hard thing and there's a lot of like inner healing that people have to do. Also, sorry like of the setup, and I just honestly, it's late and I put on these glasses. I'm like, let me just film. I'm not in the usual time, so that's why I seem like kind of tired, because it's late. But I decided to just, anyways, as I was saying. So I'm not gonna sit here and explain what exactly happened to me. I know you guys know an incident where I received death threats, and I was we had to get the cops involved when I was like 12 years old. There was other incidences that have happened that I'm not gonna bring up because the person still might watch my videos, and also because I just don't want to talk about it right now. But I was, harassed and stalked online for like 5-6 years by the same person on and off. And I did make mistakes during it, in a sense of like, this person was blocked initially and then they were partially unblocked for a time, because problem is when you forgive people, you trust that maybe things are going to be different and they're not different. So that's a long story that I'm not going to get into right now and explain the details. I think things are still too fresh because this stopped not too long ago. And I think I realized that incident, especially with talking to a therapist, because I went to a therapy session for something specific, and I think she said that, yeah, that is trauma, that probably does affect the issues that I have. I'm always afraid, like when you say no to people, especially online, and how people can retaliate, because I've seen people retaliate on me online, and I've seen people and to the people that do these types of things, they don't think it's a big deal. They're like, oh, whatever. No, but what they're doing is unwanted, and it could actually cause people to start to feel like that they can't trust people, and that they feel like if they say no, all hell's gonna break loose. Like that's really what it is. And honestly, it's a really, really messed up thing to like think about. And I think as I got older, though, I put my foot down and I'm very blunt with things. I'm more unapologetic, and I don't really care if somebody's gonna get bothered that I'm saying no, because that's my boundaries, and I can put my foot down for things. And I grew from this, and thank God. And also with I don't know if you guys know E from the live stream. I'm bringing E a lot, or this person that I'm making mentions of in videos. This person is also like helping me with this too, and really like making me realize things. And actually this person, and I'm gonna say it right now, was actually not involved that did something to me, but actually knew the person. So it's funny how things turn around in their life. It's funny how God makes things happen, that there's always a silver lining to things that can come from bad situations. I don't want to be indirect. I don't want to be like throwing jabs at anybody here, but honestly, that's the reality. Like, these things can affect you. So I think how it's affected me, but also how I'm growing, and I think that this has gotten better, is that I started to become almost worried of what would happen to me. Like, what would happen if I said no, if I put my foot down? But then, you know what, I grew from that on my own. And also the therapist said something really important. She's like, how did you grow from then and now? What did that show you? And it showed me like people sometimes are all talk. Like, and I felt like I was protected, because things could have really escalated, but I knew that at the end of the day, I wasn't in real danger, even if it seemed like I was. And honestly, I wasn't scared of the person, and I'm still not. I don't get afraid of what people do and say online, because I know that a lot of it is all talk. People out there, and I know this too, will have a tendency to take things out on other people and to dump things on them. And it doesn't bother me. We kind of change people. They got to realize it for themselves. So I'm going to step out of the way, say whatever you want, do whatever you want. I'm not going to get involved. That's why I don't make a lot of story times of things that have happened. I'm not that type of person. Back to what I was saying. I think that honestly, it has just put me in a place of feeling like, dang, like I sat here and be like, yeah, I wasn't affected by what happened to me, all these like cyber crimes that have happened, stalking, harassment, death threats. But I realized from a young age, maybe that's part of my anxiety, part of like the trusting people, the you know, on guard, on alert, and like, you know, maybe that's kind of where my some stuff comes from. Be careful with people. But why you have to really watch people's character, why I'm so big on morals and values and people's characters and how they act behind your back, and what types of people they are. And there are people out there with severe issues, and you know, they've probably been traumatized. Like, it's just a cycle. Like, traumatized people traumatize other people, so it's a cycle that, you know, we have to break. So to conclude this video, I just wanted to say that I guess sometimes when you really look into yourself and what you've gone through, you realize that things probably have affected you more than you think, and they're probably the reason why you have certain reactions to this day. People-pleasing tendencies, have a hard time saying no, have a hard time trusting people, anxiety, self-doubt, all this kind of stuff. So I just wanted to say that in this video, to really look into yourself and maybe get help if you need. You know, I really recommend to see where things come from, so you can change your responses to things, your attachment style, until you can heal from things that have happened to you, because we have a tendency to downplay a lot of things. I'm not fearful. I have a channel. I don't know who's out there. I don't know what kind of people watch my videos, but at the end of the day, that's a risk I'm taking, and that's life. And honestly, with my faith in God, I really believe God has my back in these situations, because I'm using this platform for good. And even if people try to take things and try to do bad things, I mean, that's, even people try to interfere and do bad things, I mean, that's on them. And I believe what goes around comes around, and I've witnessed it and I've seen it in my life. It really does. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know down below, have you ever been a victim of a cybercrime? Let me know down below briefly if you feel like sharing. Thank you guys so much for your support. See you guys next time. Bye.